Carlos, let's say I buy a house, and let's say it's $200,000 when I buy it, and I hold on to it for 3 years, and then it's worth $300,000, and I go to sell it. So that's $100,000 capital gains right there. As a foreigner, what am I going to pay as capital gains on that $100,000?
Okay, we have two options here. The first one is the withholding tax. So let's say that you will be earning $300,000. You have to pay 25% of the amount without deductions. The other one is that you, as a U.S. resident, you name a tax representative in Mexico. So that person could calculate the tax over the gain. So you will be calculating 35% over your profit, over your capital gain. And that's very convenient in most of the cases, thinking about how prices are going up in certain times.
And that's pretty interesting too. Like in Cabo, for example, it's in the US dollar. Most transactions are done in the US dollars, but I'm pretty sure capital gains is always going to be paid in the Mexican peso too. So like, let's say that you bought a house in like 2010, and it was in the peso was 10-1 right then. And then you sold it, this year when it was 20-1, and you have that, it looks like you sold it for way more. Is there any adjustment to help out, even though like what you paid in US dollars is, not really going to reflect that increase in the currency?
Yes, of course, this gain in currency, fortunately, should not be paid on a monthly basis or yearly basis or whatever, because it could be going up and down. So just at the moment when you sell the property, even when you are selling it at the same amount of dollars, they would be a higher value in pesos. So in that case, until that moment, you should be realizing the currency gain, and you'll be paying that let's say in the first scenario with a 25% withholding, or over the amount of the gain at the 35%.
So essentially, you wouldn't necessarily be penalized if the peso jumped up dramatically like that. It's not. It would still just be, they'd go off of like the dollar basis, and then it would just go to that capital gains, like you said, either the 25% straight up or the 35% in deductions. Correct?
Right. You don't have anything to do until the moment you sell your property.